Hi guys, welcome to VT Leisure at Home with me, Gail. Just going to be doing fitness Pilates with you today. Thank you for joining me. Half an hour class, just working through your core strength and a little bit of stretch and mobility as always. So just going to start by feet grounded into your mat, standing nice and tall, and just taking those arms up on in breath through the nose and out breath through the mouth. So nice big deep breath in and breathing out. And we want to reach out to the side, drop your head over your in breath, breathing out, coming back, and nice and long with those fingertips, guys. Nice big stretch on this Friday, and reach. And then we're just going to do a little set back. So we want the feet to be hip width apart, and we want to reach both arms up, set back and flatten this back as you push your bottom back. On your in breath, lengthen, get the arms up in line with the ears, and out breath, coming back, and in breath and out. And again, last time, breathing in, reaching, and breathing out. Taking the hands to the temples, take your feet a little bit wider than hip width apart. Hands to temples, draw this belly button in tight, and then as we breathe out, you drop down with the elbow, and if you focus on lifting this elbow up without dropping it forward, and then we come back up nice and slow. So grounded but drawing in tight, guys. Breathing out, breathing in, and breathing out, and in, and nice big stretch down this waist, and squeezing right down so you get this tummy to draw in. And then we're just going to do our roll down and up. So again, feet hip width apart, taking a deep breath in, dropping your chin down, draw the tummy in as you reach down. You can bend your legs if it's more comfortable, take less stress onto the hamstrings. If your legs are straight, that'll be a bit more difficult. And then nice and slowly we want to arch and roll back up. Give a reach up, give a stretch, and then again, breathing out, taking it down. And then nice and slowly rolling up, tummy in tight into your stretch. And again, stand to the back of your mat. And we want to roll down, giving you space, space to walk out, guys. So rolling down with the chin down, rolling down towards your mat. Walk out when you reach your mat. You can have those legs bent into the plank. So you want your hands to be directly underneath the shoulders and head in line with your spine, and this bottom to draw up with the tummy and drop down with the bottom so that you haven't got kind of like a boomerang going on there. You're just drawing in tight, and to make that a little bit easier, you can just bring your knees to the mat, drawn in tight, pushing your heels back, gives you a nice little long stretch down the back of the Achilles into the calves, drawing up tight, pushing the shoulders away from the ears. Bring your knees down and step back onto the heels, reaching forward with the hands and drawing the elbows into centre. Couple of breaths, allowing the chest to expand onto the front of the legs as you breathe in through the nose and sinking down on your out breath. Nice big dip. Can't speak today. Deep breath in and breathing out. Coming up onto fours. And again, if you need extra protection under the knees, if you have hard surface, double up your mat or get a cushion. And take a deep breath in, breathe out, draw up, draw the head under, and in breath, tummy dropping down towards the mat, bottom lifting, head can be forward. If there's no neck pain, you can tilt your head back. Out breath, really start to push up to get this big arch into the back, tuck the head under to get the neck to lengthen. And tipping up, a nice big stretch. Out breath, stretching the spine. In breath, stretching the tummy. And coming back onto your mat now. I'm going to just adjust my camera slightly, guys. I think it's okay, but just to be sure that you can see me right. So I'm going to stay on the mat. Okay, so we want the belly button to draw down really tight, hands forward, and as we breathe out, we lean back. Draw this tummy extra tight, keep the space of an apple. And on your out breath, if you want to make this a little bit harder, you just sink back with the back towards the floor and extra tight, navel to spine. Still breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth, and we sink back. And then when you reach a position that's an effort, you just hold. And if it's too much, you come up a little bit. We're working hard here, but it's small, tiny moves. And we keep going and we keep holding. And come up and have a rest. Okay, so we're going to lift the chin, lift the chest up and squeeze the shoulders back. Just dropping back to stretch the back, chin down again. Same as cat-cow from seated. Breathing in, big lift and squeeze back of the shoulders. And out breath, chin down. And then we're going to just lie down. So taking it down slowly, arms forward, take a deep breath in, hips up, roll down, nice and slow, bone by bone. And stretch the hands, stretch the toes. And then we're going to take the legs bent. So the legs coming up to tabletop. And you can have your chest up if you want to make this harder, and you can have your arms at the side to make it easier. And out breath, going to tap one foot down, in breath back. So breathe out and in. Now focus on engaging your core as you take the toe down on your tap. So breathe out, tighten up. Breathe out and in. And then we're going to take the 2 feet. So breathe in, out and in. Out and in. The further away the toes tap, the harder this will be on the core. So breathing out and in. And in. And in. And then we're going to tap. And then we're going to just squeeze those knees in. Get that little hug. Couple of little hugs here. And then we're going to come back into our tabletop. Now if you want to make this a little bit easier, you can just keep the legs on the floor and you can just do a little twist with the legs grounded. If your legs are up, we're going to just do a twist and back, twist and back. Now focus on the shoulder, pushing over with this elbow. So it's not just like an elbow twist, but the torso doesn't move. You twist and back, breathing out and in. If you want to make this a little bit more difficult, bring the elbow to outside the knee And also you can take the leg lower to make this a little bit more tasking. So we are nice and slow and controlled, breathing out and breathing in. And you can still have those feet on the mat and just stay with the single leg knee twist from the floor. Push, and let's have a little stretch. And then we're going to just speed that up so that we twist and lengthen one leg. Either the twist and the lengthen, one leg at a time, or you can still stay with your grounded legs. In breath through the nose on one, and out breath through the nose on the other. Don't hold your breath. So as long as you don't hold your breath, don't worry too much about the breathing. So the knees are directly above your hips to begin with. I'm taking my chest up, pulling my belly button down extra tight and keeping this little space. And then we breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and out. In and out. Nice long limbs. Higher is a little bit easier. So go with your own effort level and squeeze. Keep breathing. Draw that tummy extra tight. Working right into the core. Squeeze. And rest. Draw the knees in. Maybe rock side to side. Get a nice little bit of pressure onto your sacrum. And then we're going to do our legs up. So if you have tight hamstrings, you might have a slight bend here, or a bigger bend. So we want the legs, the ankles and the knees and your hips to be above one another. And when you drop one leg down, you try and keep this other leg relatively straight. You can have your head on the mat. You can have a bent leg to make this easier. So these are your options. Or you can have the legs up and also your chest up, which will be the most difficult. So we're going to take the leg down on in breath and out breath back up. So in breath and out. In and out. Nice tight core. So good. And we're going to slow that down, count of 2. So 1, 2 and in breath, and 1, 2 and out. 1, 2, and 1, 2. Once more on each leg, count of 2. And then we're going to count of 4. So 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. So nice and slow, nice long pointy toes. Really squeeze. If you need a rest anytime, take your rest. And bring that leg back, bend the legs, rest your head and squeeze. And then we're going to take 2 legs if you want to stay with any of your other options. So you can do your single legs, or you can do just your taps with your bent legs, or you can do your taps with the 2 legs. So we've taken it 2 legs down. You can have rested head. So we breathe in, we take the legs down, and we breathe out and we bring it up. So I'm going to add on a little squeeze here, so then bring my elbows towards my knees on my out breath. In breath, I'm taking my chest down now, and out breath, and crunch. In breath down. So you can slow these right down so that you're aware of where you're working. In breath through the nose. and out breath through the mouth. Squeeze, crunch, in breath and out. In and out. And squeeze. Feel that. Sometimes the slower you work, the harder it is. Give little circles, just circling round. And then circle around the other side. And then we're going to just lie on our side. And just resting the head. Again, ankles, hips and knees in line together. Rolling slightly forward on your hips so that if you took your hand off the mat, you would kind of roll forward. So that's the position you want to be in. And then we're just going to lift one leg, out breath and in. Breathing out and in. Out breath and in. And hold and do little circles back. And then little circles forward. And then I'm going to just take my head down and just take that hand that's on the mat onto your shoulder. The other hand stays down. Taking the hand towards your head makes it easier. Taking the hand back towards your waist makes it harder. And we breathe out and we squeeze the tummy in and get this little waist, the obliques to work. So it's like a small little twist. In breath down, out breath push. In breath down, and adding the leg lift will make this a lot harder. You'll feel this down the outer thigh into the obliques. So we breathe out and breathe in, and we really push so get ourselves to twist up, working into the waist, breathing out and in. Nice high lift if you can. And staying up here, and circle that leg back, and circle the leg forward, and sink back down. Well done. Bringing yourself up, push yourself up. We're going to give a little stretch here, so we're going to keep the legs at 90-90, and just twist the hands back to the side, lift the chest up, and push forward through your hip. Head is looking forward, and if you want to sink down, you can come down onto the elbows and you can sink your head right down onto the mat. Just breathe through. You can stay on your elbows if you prefer. Allow your body to get heavy and to stretch gradually. Nice stretch for the waist, and then coming back up. And we'll come on to the other side. So bring your legs up and come round. And again, we're starting off just with the head rested, the legs nice and long, and this hand to support us from tilting forward. Hips above one another. And we just do an out breath, lifting that leg, and an in breath. So an out breath and an in. So nice and slow and controlled today. Breathing out and in. And from there, we're going to rest the head down, take the hand onto the shoulder, other hand stays, and we breathe out and twist, and breathe in and come down. Breathe out and twist, make sure those legs, the toes are in line with the knees and the hips, so they're not forward, the legs. The higher you push, the more you'll feel this into your obliques. And if you're adding in the leg, a lot tougher. So adding in that leg to lift. Pause when you're on your up so you just feel that waist squeezing and working hard. Breathing out and in and squeeze. Keep breathing. breathing, don't hold your breath. And out and in. The higher you lift the leg and the higher you push your shoulder, the harder this will be. You can stay up if you wish, don't have to. And you can circle that leg forward and circle that leg back. And then rest back down, hands to push up into your 90-90 with the legs. Bringing your hand round, lifting the chest, pushing forward with the hip. Breathing, allow yourself to feel this stretch, and increasing it will be dropping down. So if you do want to stay just on the elbows, you can stay here. And if you want to come right down, rest in your head, you can rest. So allow your body to enjoy your stretch. Nice, slow, deep breathing. And from there, we're going to come back up, roll back onto our, turn onto your sit bones and then roll back down. And then we're going to take our legs, our little diamond legs. So we want the toes together and we want the knees to drop out. So allow this stretch onto your hips. And then we're just going to do a gentle little lift on your out breath. And then breath coming back. So your feet are together and the knees are dropping down. Out breath and in. So we're going to make that a little bit harder by lifting the feet up. Breathing out, so you can stay with the feet grounded if you wish. Breathing out. So as you push up, really focus on drawing this belly button down. So breathing out and in. And then I'm going to draw the knees back to the elbows on my out breath. And in breath back. So you can stay with either one of the other options. You can stay with the feet on the mat. You don't have to draw the knees in. And if you want to increase the effort, we're coming in and then we extend out. So breathing out and breathing in, breathing out and in. So any one of the options is fine. Work within your means. Work hard on your out breath to squeeze that tummy in breath, and out through the mouth, and in breath, and out through the mouth. Last one, and hug in. Nice hug. And we're going to just give a little stretch now. And extend the hands above your head. Push your small of the back into the mat. Lengthen the toes. And then we're going to just lift one leg, out breath, reaching up the hands to the toe. So again, if the leg is bent, it'll be easier. Leg is straight, harder. Coming right up onto tailbone, hardest. So you can just lift and lower. Breathing out and in. Try and keep the leg as straight as possible. Out breath and in. Or coming up, roll down. Up, think of each vertebrae coming down onto the mat one by one. No sort of drop at the top, is still a roll. So breathe out and in. Breathe out and in. Any one of your choice. And stretch. Big stretch. Nice big deep breath, sink down into your mat. And we're going to go into our little bridge. So the feet are coming in closer towards your bottom. And we're just going to do a roll up and down twice. So whereas you peel yourself off the mat, nice and slow. So we just want to gently lift the hips and squeeze the tummy down. So start off, take a deep breath in, and as you breathe out, we draw everything in tight and we just lift slowly, lifting nice and slow, bringing your hips up, and in breath, you're bringing upper back down first, nice and slow, one by one, centre of the back, lower back, bottom, and hips last. We'll do that one more time. Take a deep breath in, breathe out, lift, roll, and in breath, upper back, middle, and down. And now we're going to change that into straight up and down, so the bottom lifts directly in a straight line up and down. So we breathe out and in. Pushing the feet into the mat as you lift makes the hamstrings work a lot harder. Squeezing your glutes obviously works into the bottom, the butt cheeks. So level hips as you push up. So be aware that you're trying to keep these hips level. If there's any sinking down on one side, try to keep the hips level. So if there's a weakness in one of your glute muscles, you might have a little imbalance going on and you're trying to strengthen the back as well, working on the squeeze. Breathing out and in. If you want to take one leg out on this one, you can take the leg out and we push up and down. And again, you want to work within your means. If your hip is dropping down to the side, just stay with the 2 feet on the mat. I'm going to change legs so we can, on the squeeze, trying to keep the hips level. And push and draw it. So we're going to just take the legs out and roll over onto our tummy. And I'm aware of the time. So we're just going to have the hands underneath the shoulders, the elbows I should say, and the hands on the mat. Legs apart, toes pointed, draw back as if you're drawing the elbows and the forearms on your mat. You're just pretending to draw the mat back towards your waist. Head is forward. And then we're going to just add into, now if you want to stay with this, you can, or you can just push up and stay with this stretch. But I'm going to take the hands forward and pretend we're doing like a little breaststroke. So if you're coming up, you're thinking of coming out of the water. So this will be, we're going to dig the elbows back. So we would be in breath and out breath as you bring the hands forward. In breath, lifting, squeezing, out breath. In breath, so it's like a little circle of the arms as if you're doing a breaststroke. So we breathe in and we breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. And in breath and out. You can stay with any one of the other options, guys, if you don't want to lift. And last one. And just rest your head on your hands and allow your hips to rock from side to side. Your hip can lift on the other side. You're trying to get this loosening into your lower back muscles. Taking the legs bent and knees slightly wider, and just allow the legs to do your windscreen wiper sweep side to side. Nice and slow. And we're just going to tip the legs back, push back up into your child pose. Bring the bottom down. You can have a cushion if you wish between your bottom and your knees, or you can have a cushion under the head. Stretch forward. Let's just relax the hands to the side. Couple of breaths. And from there, we're just going to roll up, push up, and just come onto your bottom. And bringing your legs forward. Taking the legs out. Taking a deep breath in. Lift this nice, tall, flat back. And breathe out and just push forward. So we're not rolling the back. We're breathing in and we're lifting. And we're breathing out and we're pushing forward. And again, working into this hamstrings will lengthen here and lower back. And then we're gonna just stretch the spine and the back of the neck by folding forward on your out breath. Hands, whatever comfortable. Couple of breaths, breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. And from there, we're just going to cross the legs to a comfortable position and dropping your chin down as you push the hands forward on your out breath. In breath, nice big deep breath, and out breath, push. And changing that to the back, so we want to just take the hands behind. Push away first, as if you're creating space as well, guys, between the shoulders. So don't allow your shoulders to creep up. And out breath, we lift with the shoulders pushing away from the ears as you lift up behind. The chin is up. And we enjoy this stretch, opening up the chest, front of the shoulders. And then we want to just ease out the neck. So neck stretch and top of the shoulders, palm or fingers pushing into the mat on the opposite side. Couple of breaths here, allowing this head to stretch down towards your shoulder. Changing sides and push. Well done, team. Thank you so much if you joined me today. Go and have a fabulous weekend. I will be back next week, and just have a little drink now and enjoy the rest of your Friday and your weekend. And again, any comments, guys, put them up and I'll get back to you at the end. Stay well and have a good weekend. Thank you. Bye.